Thank you. All right, what's up, Los Angeles? Good to see you all. I am a teacher. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks very much. I was actually laid off from my teaching job, though. Thank you for your sympathy. But you know what? It ended up working out for the best for me because I was able to find my real, true calling. You know, after all the years in school and the talks with my parents, I have finally found the job that I have been searching for. Unemployment. Yes. I am up at the crack of 11:30. And I commute all the way to the kitchen for breakfast. And then I report to the living room for online training, for NBA 2K. And I read countless articles all day on Instagram. And if I keep not performing like this, I'm going to be the unemployment employee of the month. Thank you. And then just when I didn't think that my life could get any better and I had found my purpose, I got the most earth-shattering news that I was being rehired. I mean, you talk about just crushing a man's dreams. It took me 32 years to find my path. And then you just fire me from unemployment like this. I was devastated. I couldn't believe it. I pleaded with them. I was like, if you give me another chance, I will show you that I can do less. If 11:30 is too early, I will be there at 1. I will sleep all day if that's what it takes. But it didn't happen. I was fired from unemployment. And I was really just devastated about it. I was torn up, and you could see it on me too. I had friends coming up to me like, "I heard you got rehired. Congratulations, and I'm sorry." But there is still hope, though, because they are talking about laying off another 5,000 teachers, and I like my chances. I feel good about it. And I was actually I was laid off again last March. So I just want to say to all you hardworking taxpayers, thank you, on behalf of everybody on unemployment. Lunch today was delicious. I really appreciate it. And I know you guys are going to be here late, and you might even be drinking after this and everything, but I'm going to need you to go to work tomorrow. All right? You have responsibilities, okay? We both cannot just be at home, all right? So. Actually, I found a job that's almost as easy as unemployment. Substitute teaching. I don't know what it feels like to be a prostitute, but I do know what it feels like to substitute teach just for the money. I had to supervise a group of students taking the state test, and if they all get zeros, I'm still gonna get a great night's rest. It doesn't bother me at all. So. I was actually subbing a classroom a couple weeks ago. It was a middle school classroom, and I was passing out tests, and there was a student, and she was like, "Why would she give us a test if she's not here?" And then another student spoke up, and she was like, "So we can cheat." And she said, "I'm just kidding, mister." I was like, "I don't care." I was like, "You have 45 minutes, all right? I will be over there on my phone. Knock yourself out." So I go in every day to sub. I do not miss an easy work day. One time I went in, I wasn't feeling too well. And there was a kid, and he was like, "Mr. G, if you're sick and you have a cold, then why are you here?" And I was like, "Because I need the motherfucking money, Alex. That's why I'm here. Not for you." I had to sub in kindergarten this year on the second day of school. period. The second day at, the school year. And it was a mess. It was a lot of kids crying that I could give a shit about, And there was one kid in particular, she threw a full-on tantrum right before we were about to go to lunch. Just started screaming her head off. And she was like, I want to go home. And I was like, yes, bitch, we all want to go home, all right? You can't make it through lunch and a movie in the afternoon and go to sleep. It's not that hard. Come on, Judith, don't mess this up for all of us. So, the hardest part about being a sub is just finding the school and showing up. That is it. Like, my job is done at 8 a.m. Like, I walk into class with the kids. I'm like, all right, just give me a minute to get it settled here, all right? Because I just got here, okay? So if you want to read a book at your desk for the next 5 or 6 hours, I will be right with you. And then I have to give them my speech, to set the tone for the day and to let them know that I do not mean business. Kids, today could be a very easy day for the both of us. If you just do your work, you do what you're told, and if anybody needs any help, I am not around. And then one of the kids raised their hand like, can we play a game? And I was like, does it require my involvement? Because I'm usually on my phone most of the day. I like texting my lady friends, but I had one chick that didn't follow the rules because she kept texting me at night when I'm doing comedy. And I was like, no, woman, you need to text me during the day when I am with the kids and I am available, all right? None of this nighttime shit, I'm working. And I love when I get a special ed assignment. That is my all-time favorite. Because I'm like, you know what, this is just a day for Dave. Because I'm like, dude, if you're 14 years old and your name is Al and you can't spell your name, I'm like, there's nothing I could do for you in a day. I was like, I might as well work on these jokes because I got a show tonight, all right? This day could be productive for one of us, okay? Yes, we're all going to hell. That's all right. All going to hell. I used to teach full-time before I was a sub, and one of my favorite grades to teach was 6th grade, because the kids were a little bit older and more mature, and I could talk to them on a more adult level, but I would get carried away with them, because I remember telling them one story. I went to Kevin Hart's movie premiere, and the next day I come into class and I see the kids, and they're the first group of people that I see. So I'm super excited telling my story from the night before. And I was like, man, you guys, I had an awesome night last night. I went to Kevin Hart's movie premiere. They started getting excited. I was like, man, a lot of celebrities were there. I was like, Snoop was there, and they went crazy. And I was like, Chris Brown was there, and they went crazy. And I was like, but you should have seen the bitches, though. It's like, man, ass out, titties out. Now pull your books out, page 36, and let's start tackling this math. So, I taught 1st grade in the jungles before, like where they shot Training Day, and that was pretty crazy. These were 6-year-olds, and I was getting cussed out by 6-year-olds. I had one kid, he was running around my room, and I was like, hey, Jay Sean, you need to go ahead and sit down. And he was like, no, fuck you, teacher, bitch. And I said, really, man? I said, you know what, we're going to the office and I'm calling home. And kids, they're a product of their home environment. So I get on the phone with the dad and I'm like, sir, I just want to let you know that your son was running around my room. I told him to sit down. He said, no, fuck you, teacher, bitch. And the dad was like, this is what you're calling me for? Waking me up at the crack of 11:30 to tell me this? He was like, don't you ever call me this early again. Fuck you, teacher, bitch. And then he hung up on me. So, hey, my name is Dave Getzoff. Thank you all very much.
This has been a Funny Media Group production.